Hey, gang, we're back. Nonna's Basement, episode
14.
Welcome back, basement dwellers. I'm Luca Farrow. This is Tom Feedback.
What's
Tyler
up?
Fowler.
Here we are.
We're going to kick it off with the word of the day. It is
Scrupulous.
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 Scrupulous. Scrupulous means...
It's like a spelling bee. Scrupulous.
Yeah, use it in a sentence.
Language of origin.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Okay. We're 40 seconds in. We're doing the voices already? Really?
Come on, it's a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Scrupulous means very...
Doing the voices today.
Very careful about doing something correctly. It could also mean careful about doing something with honest that is morally right. So she was always very scrupulous about her work, paying attention to every little detail. I think we're very scrupulous with this podcast.
We're quite scrupulous.
Scheduling it and,
feel like
arriving on time.
Yes.
That's the first order of business for today.
Yeah.
Is that here we are. If you're seeing this podcast and it comes out later than usual by maybe an hour and 15 minutes, it's because Tom was late this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I called Tom. He was in what I would describe as a daze.
I think we go all the way back to 4 days ago when we planned the date and time of the podcast.
Yes.
And then cut to an hour before when Luca calls Tom and Tom is dead asleep.
Well, do you know when someone calls you in the morning and you don't want to sound like you just woke up?
Did you try to do that?
Yeah, you let the phone ring, 4
Hilarious.
or 5 times, and,
Go,
and then
hey, I'm just here at the farmer's market.
yeah. No, you got to act slightly like mad. You're like, hello.
Like you're like, yeah, I'm 5 minutes away.
I'm definitely up right now.
Whatever acting
Definitely.
trick you tried, it was an immediate failure. Because the
work.
first thing I said to you was, you just wake up? Because you went like this. This is my impression. You went, hello?
See,
you sounded.
but I had to prepare for that.
I can't imagine what you didn't prepare what you would sound like.
If I had answered on the first ring, I just would have answered it.
Hello?
The fuck?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I go, hey, man, you just wake up?
What?
Yeah, and sleep.
And you know what? Yeah. No shame that you were late. As your friend, we should have expected this. But my thing is, Luca comes in the group chat and goes, we got to delay an hour. Tom just woke up. Tom's up. Why can't he text the group chat? You got Luca doing your bidding for
Because I figured
you.
Tom is getting ready.
No, Tom's embarrassed. He goes, Luca.
Were you embarrassed, Tom?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to show up when I got here.
Almost 2 hours late. Just, hey, guys.
That's why I'm in the captain's chair. But,
It's just Luca. It's like he being like, Luca, you got to come on. They won't like it if I say it. You got to tell them.
Yeah, that is true.
I do think we need to start being a little more scrupulous about our time constraints, not only for our producer Tyler, but also because my mom recently DM'd Joe Rogan about our podcast on,
No way.
on Instagram. So this
it's
is
gonna
about
be-
to take off.
So get in on the ground floor, you guys. What did she say?
She said, hey, my
Joe-
son
hey.
she said,
Good
hey,
start.
Joe, big fan. My son's a comedian, very Italian. I know you're 3/4 Italian. She looked it up on Wikipedia. And he's got a podcast, sends him a couple reels. It's only a matter of time.
What do you say?
She really did that?
She did it yesterday, yeah.
Shout out. That's
Shout
huge.
out.
Shout
Thank
out,
you.
Mom. Auntie Julie, if
Shout
you don't
out.
mind sending a clip to Joe Rogan, too.
Yeah, Julie, back
To
us
my
up
Aunt
on this, okay?
Aunt Julie, biggest
AJ?
fan next to my mother.
Let me ask you, what did he say?
Yeah.
He has yet to reply, but
Really?
I'm sure he's doing a lot of scrupulous activities right now.
Scrupulous,
And once he
yeah.
does get back to it,
Is he going to have us all on or just you?
no, I would imagine he would
Just Luca.
he would want to take us off. I think we would
Yeah.
do a 4-man podcast, me, us, and
Yeah,
Joe.
we could
And
do
Joe.
like how he does like Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, and Ari, and that's Protect the Parks. We should do protect Nonna.
Protect Nonna.
Protect-
Nonna.
Protect Nonna at Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nonna's checkup.
Nonna's checkup. That's good.
I think a better pod would be Joe Rogan, Nonna, your mom, and Auntie Julie. Leave us out.
Yeah.
Let
Or
them
maybe
go
we could
out.
just get Joe Rogan to come here.
Come here.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan might just sit on that couch. That'd be
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
No, we'd have to go to actual Nonna's basement if Joe's coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Kick
we'd
your
have-
cousin
we'd
out.
have to
If
kick my
Joe's
cousin
coming,
out.
Kick your cousin
Austin,
out.
get
Hey,
out of the
Austin, get the
basement.
fuck out of here.
Shout out Austin. Shout out.
Shout out Austin. Doesn't
Yeah.
listen to the pod. He doesn't care.
He doesn't listen to the podcast?
I highly
Dude, if
doubt
you're
it.
sleeping in
Oh,
the studio, you gotta listen.
You gotta
to the
listen.
pod.
It should just be playing.
Give
like
us a like, comment, subscribe.
like it's a
something,
grocery store. It should just be playing like,
Like in the background?
Yeah, background all the time.
dude. Okay.
I'll let him know. I think I do think, because I did get a lot of reviews from my family and friends about last week's podcast. They all really enjoyed it. So I
Good.
think a new segment of the podcast, obviously we have word of the day. Scrupulous. We have DM's Corner we've been doing. I think another segment should be Tom's White Trash Story of the Week.
How much time do we have?
So I'd like to kick that one off, Tom, if you have one.
Better question, Tom. Who in your family had an accident this week?
Who is currently lying dead on
the
your
insurance company is listening? Who slipped and fell this week?
For first-time listeners, Tom last week told a very pleasant anecdote about his grandfather being dead on the floor.
Yeah.
And and faking his death.
His uncle had previously faked his death for
Listen to
insurance
last
fraud.
episode.
Last
Tune in last
episode.
week. You had to be there.
Yeah.
Tune in last week.
I do got something. So
Let's hear it.
So we made our return to Mojo's. Did we cover that already?
Oh, we should.
We
could
made
do
our
that.
return to Mojo's.
Mojo's was the scene of the fight.
Yes. it was the
Mojo's.
scene
We
of
got
the
in a
fight.
fight 3 episodes ago. We got in a big fight on Fat
On Fat
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And
Skulking in the dark.
we went back to Mojo's.
We
And
skulked back to Mojo's.
what would you? Yeah, we that time we were for sure skulking. And Tom, what was your read on the vibes there?
It was great.
Yeah, the show was good, but I felt like
It was completely fine in my eyes.
I thought it was sort of like the comics stay downstairs because that's where the show is, and the people who work there who we fought, they stay upstairs. So
Right.
afterwards, after
Territory.
we did our
Turf
show,
war.
we left and we went to the bar across the street just to and I guess I'll tell you this, I showed up because
You brought a peace offering.
I brought a peace offering for the waitress who I called fat, and I gave her I bought her a nice little thing of flowers. I bought her a Starbucks gift card and a card with a cat on
Yes.
it, and I wrote, "Sorry for being a drunk asshole.
That's very nice.
You're beautiful and amazing," is what I
Oh,
wrote
that's
on
very
there
nice.
because I regret I was drunk and I said,
always
that.
trying to get
Why are you
pussy.
laughing, Kretz? I was being serious.
yeah, you're being serious. You're also
The
trying.
one time our producer laughs.
When Luca is apologizing, he's angry. I'm sorry, God damn it!
No, so
I like at the end you're trying to get a little pussy. I think you're beautiful
Yeah.
and amazing.
Yeah, well, this is my phone number. Let's go check out my podcast.
No, I felt
Let's
bad
have her
because
on.
I was drunk and I misdirectly called her names.
Yes.
Right.
And so
I love
I got
you.
to those things.
miss
And
you.
you showed up. You showed up with the vase and the card,
The vase.
And what did they tell you?
What did they tell me?
What they said? Oh, she's not here.
She's not here. So I said, hey, when she comes, I don't want to take more out of my personal time to give you this. So,
I don't care that much. I've done
can
enough.
you just give it to her when she's here? And they said yes.
Yes.
Go
And
on,
then-
Tom.
That was nice of you.
So the
Thanks,
mic's
Tyler.
happening, or actually after the mic, we're all hanging. Me and Brando are hanging out in his car and
Hanging out.
Smoking drugs.
Yeah,
smoking
right.
weed.
Yeah.
And I see
Shout out Brando, friend
the
of the
server
Shout
that
out.
Luca called
Shout out
names
weed. Yeah.
walk out. So she was there.
She was there.
She was there. She just didn't want to see you with her boyfriend.
And did she have the vase?
Yeah, I saw her toss it into the dumpster.
Did you really?
I did not,
Oh,
but she
man.
was there. She was
But she
there.
walked out with no vase.
Walked out with no vase.
vase.
Maybe she took the.
Maybe she
gift card.
was she working though?
I mean, why would? Yeah, I mean, she was there.
She was skulking.
I
that's for
guess she
sure.
might have been. Yeah, she clearly skulking because I didn't see her.
Didn't see her.
Fucking.
Um,
The card had
So
a
you
really
guys are
cute
back.
cat on it.
You
So
guys
we're
are
back.
back.
we're back.
So we're
And-
back. We've mended. I kept saying. I said.
Your favorite
We are
bond.
here to mend the bonds that were once broken on Fat Tuesday.
Did you say anything on stage? Like, hey, you guys,
No,
I'm back.
I thought it would be well. So there's a new. Oh golly gee, how about this, Tom?
Golly gee.
There's a at this open mic. There's a waitress that's usually there's the bartender. Her name's Spooky Steph. Shout out Spooky Steph, very spooky, and she likes little goblins and ghouls and has tattoos of Frankenstein and whatnot.
Right, spooky.
Super nice gal. And there's usually a waitress working the room, and they replaced the waitress that they previously had. Don't take it. And
Shut up.
and it's our boy Brando calling. He knows we're doing the pod at 2:00, and we told him 12:30, but it's actually 2. What was I saying? Oh, new waitress, loud while she's taking orders.
Yes.
Can't do
So
that.
we're in there. I'm doing everyone's doing comedy. And she's going, "What do you want, hun?" Like talking over
That's
the
tough.
performance. Like
That's
she doesn't
tough.
get it.
Yeah.
So I'm on stage and I say, I'm not going to mention the whole fight thing. I'm just going to start doing my jokes because I'm trying to work
then
on
this
my
lady's going-
act. And she's going, "Okay, martini."
That comes with soup. What kind of soup do you want?
And I look at her. I look at her and I go.
And I was sitting in the
All right.
back room
And
going,
you didn't say
"Don't
anything?
do it, Luke.
I
Don't do
just
it."
went. You
Good
know what?
for you.
All right.
That's restraint.
Yeah, because I already
You had her
pissed
in
off
your
one.
cross
I already
eyes.
bought one Starbucks gift card.
Yeah.
I can't buy another.
I'm going broke on this apology tour. I did a show like that last night. It was like at a restaurant. You can't really blame these people. You know, it's their first time doing a comedy show. It's actually a really good room, good setup. But the entire show, the host is up. You keep thinking like, okay, they're going to clear the table, like the plates, and it's going to calm down. The entire show, the servers are like, do you guys want a box for that? You got a box set up?
Like they just
Is
have
there
no-
any awareness there's a live performance happening? Like these
No
people aren't leaving-
conceptualization.
Box up your leftovers after it's over. Wait a half hour. What are you doing?
No, but we back to Mojo's.
Back to Mojo's.
So my brother shows up,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't know that he was going.
to tell you, hey,
This
if anyone
guy co-
asks,
this guy
Grandpa
go-
just died
Yeah,
today.
This guy comes downstairs and he's just kind of looking around like this, and I just see Tom's face go, "What the fuck?" And I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "That's my older brother right there." And
and he
seemed-
like hangs
seemed
out,
like a regular guy.
He like hangs out there, right? Or
no,
something like that.
no,
he
he's
doesn't.
never seen me do comedy once. Let me put that out there.
Okay.
And he sits
But he
down.
knows it's a place where you hang out.
Yeah, I think so.
He listens to podcasts.
I thought he was trying to make a connection with Tom. Their grandfather just died.
Right.
He's,
He's lonely.
working on himself. He'd
Shout
like
out
to make
Tom's
a connection.
brother.
Shout
Yes.
out to,
So I walk up to him. I said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He goes, "Oh, I just came to watch the show." I'm like, "Alone?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "All right, well, have fun." And then I sit down. So
But he came to watch knowing you were going to be there. He
he
wasn't just like, oh, a comedy show.
I thought yes.
Yes,
but go on.
We thought yes. So the night's going on. I'm about 7th on the list, right? So Brando
Good
goes
spot.
up, Luca goes up, and then it's me right after. Middle of Luca's set, gets up, leaves.
It's a pretty bad set.
And he didn't know you were next.
Oh, he knew.
I mean, he saw us how we lined up to put our name on the list.
Oh, my God.
So I was right after Luca, and he didn't laugh one time all night. When Luca's on stage, I looked over. He's yawning.
Gets up and leaves? And he doesn't come back.
I had a really good set too.
That's the
Yeah.
last you saw of him. Doesn't come back.
Checks his pockets, gets up, leaves, doesn't come back.
Why do you think that is, Tom?
Did he say anything?
I
Have you
don't know.
talked to him since?
No.
You didn't think you go, hey, what the fuck?
That's such an odd gesture, though. Think about that. Like he's like, this is my brother. Like I thought, I go, oh, because Tom's looking at me like, dude, you know what the fuck is my brother doing here? I'm going, hey, you know,
He's
your
trying to
grandpa just
olive
died.
branch,
Maybe he's trying
yeah.
to make a connection. Tom's about to go on stage. He gets up, leaves.
Yeah, and weird to not say anything about, but not even like you guys, you just explained pleasantries. You didn't even like talk to him.
Yeah, no.
He's like, I came here knowing you were here. I'm also not going to talk to you. I'm going to leave after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We should get him on the pod.
Something's going on.
No, we shouldn't.
I have a theory. It has something to do with the insurance fraud. He didn't get pictures of you out in public. Going,
Yeah.
Tom hurt his back or something. You know, look, he can't move. I don't know.
No. So that and then actually last
So that was
night-
pretty white trash.
So it stung a little. And
But
then
you didn't think you text him or call him and go, hey,
no, we don't really talk.
right? Which is weirder that he showed up.
Yeah, and nothing in my family makes
But
sense.
do you think he came knowing you were going to be there, or was he just going and then he saw you were there and that's why he left?
I couldn't put my finger on why.
Have him call in. We got to
Yeah,
get
we
him
got-
on. We need
we'll call
answers.
Here's the thing, Tom's brother. If you're not trying to mend the bonds that were once broken, get him a Starbucks gift card.
No, but then last night the same kind of hurt came back
From
because-
your brother?
well, yes, because
So that did hurt you when he left. 'Cause
it
you
stung-
kind of you brushed it off. You're like,
stung,
ah, you li-
stung slightly. But
We've
then-
talked about this with someone else that we were saying this to someone the other day. The reason we do this podcast is because Luca won't go to therapy, and that's what this is. I feel like now that's
100%. I like
this.
this.
That's where we're transitioning.
I like when Tom's venting too because
yeah,
I could be
Luca's
I could
going,
be Dr.
oh,
Phil.
did that hurt you? How did that make you feel? You know?
Tell a little bit more about that.
no, but last night, so DJ, our friend DJ, and
Shout out
Brando came out to the vault
Shout out, Vault.
to watch the Late Show, and I was hosting the show, and I'm sitting, on the side. I was sitting there before the show started, and as they're turning down the lights and they're doing the announcements, I see Brando and DJ walk out the side door to go smoke weed or do
Not listen to your
fuck
set.
each
Shout
other.
out
Not listen to your
Brando
set.
and DJ.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah,
But they,
and then I went, ooh,
as your friend though,
yeah.
they know it. They've seen it.
Yeah, but they don't want to. They don't want to see me bask in my glory.
I almost prefer that.
I watched
go,
your set.
Leave the room.
You did
I don't
watch my
want
set.
you guys here.
I watched it right in the wing, Tom. Right in the wings, Tom.
Right
I was
in the
there.
wings, Tom.
And
I
that's-
was going on after you though.
That's why I. That's why I'll
wasn't
fight for Luca.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
why-
fight
yo,
for DJ.
man.
I'll fight.
Um,
I'll fight for DJ.
But I see, I almost prefer that. I go, yeah, you guys get out of here. I
Yeah.
don't need you to be here for this.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
were
you
hurt.
are looking though.
You've been
You're
getting-
looking for your buddies in the back.
You've been hurt a lot this week, Tom.
There's been a couple times where we do open mics, and I look and I see like, it is sometimes you guys are listening, sometimes you guys are just talking, and I'm like, okay, I'll just keep doing my thing. That's fine.
But the open mics is, I feel like it's more important to listen because you want to be like, how did that go?
Correct.
You
Exactly.
like that.
Correct.
At a show, you go, yeah, what if he's going to do the thing about the, I know it all.
Yeah. Very true. You told a pretty good anecdote the other day, Tom, about your at McDonald's.
Oh,
That's a good white trash story.
Yeah, this is a good white trash story.
good.
It's probably
Yeah.
the meanest
Okay.
thing I've ever done in my life.
His
Whoa.
meanest thing Tom has ever done in his life, and I got such a kick out
And it
of
was recently.
No, this was when I was in high school.
Okay.
So you know how people like they used to do the coning thing, like they would like they'd order an ice cream and then you fucking grab the top of it.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
But yes.
So when we were in high school,
Coning.
we took that up a notch, right?
Right.
So
you order ice cream, you punch the guy in the face.
yeah, you shoot him in the head.
Get a life,
I like
pussy.
this story so much.
No,
Go
so we used to call fast food restaurants, and we would be like, "Hey, I came in last night. You guys completely fucked up my order. You know, I had 4 baconators.
Who the fuck calls McDonald's?
It was Wendy's actually.
Wendy's.
I called him. He said, you fucked up my order. 4 baconators, 2 large fries, and they can't prove it because it was last night,
Right.
and they also can't ask for the food back.
And they
because-
also work at Wendy's. They're not
Right.
fact checking your
Yeah.
order.
Yeah, no.
They don't have a investigative team.
Yeah, so we would do that, and then they'd be like, "All right, well, come through the drive-through and pick it up," and they know we're fucking lying.
But they're just going to give it to
They're
you.
just
Yeah,
gonna
they're
get
just
tips,
like, whatever. I work for a
Right.
corporation that
They
doesn't
don't lose
care
the-
about
they don't
me.
lose the money,
I'll
yeah.
give this guy a baconator because he's weird and bitching about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
All right.
Get out of my hair. Yeah.
So we pulled up to the drive-through, and again, I was 16 at the time, just got my license.
Right.
And we pull up. I'm like, "Hey, I'm the guy who called." And they're like, "All right, pull up to the window." And as we're pulling up, my buddy goes asking for a cup of water, large cup of water. I was like, "Okay, cool."
I don't like where this is going, bud.
So the guy hands us the food. No, he hands us the water, and then he goes to get the food. And my buddy goes, when he comes back, just throw it at him.
First of all, you got to wait till you get the food first, right?
Yeah, so the guy hands me the food. I go, "Thanks," and I just throw the cup of water back into the. It gets all over the. I drenched
No
the guy.
lid.
No, well, no. I mean, it like exploded on him because I just threw it at him.
That's so funny, dude.
he
Do you
shouldn't have
imagine
done
that
that.
poor guy?
I was 6.
That's why I feel bad. This man is
Now
making
I feel
minimum
bad.
wage.
Now I feel bad
He's got to
about it.
sit there with wet socks
Yeah.
all day, walking around. His wife left.
Yes.
He can't get a hold of his kids.
Yes. Like I said, I preface it with this is the meanest thing I've
Honestly,
ever
for
done.
all you know,
His-
that man killed himself. Well,
no.
They're serious.
The guy went home and he went, bam!
He goes, "This is
no
it."
way.
He didn't even go home. He went in the fucking freezer and tied together a rope and fucking ended
No,
it.
no, what-
But it's okay because he was 16. That's like a
Yeah.
mean. Like
I was-
you're allowed to be mean as a teenager.
I
I
don't
think.
I disagree.
So me and my at the time,
I
it was
disagree.
the funniest fucking.
Oh, I'm
Because-
laughing about
and
it now.
my argument is it was the funniest thing to do in the world because you were a bad person.
No, but it's just water. At
just
the end of the
water.
day, it's just,
I know.
it's just water. But it is the most it's the most humiliating thing you could have done to that guy in that second.
Dude, it was very.
Yeah, how did he react? Did he just go, "Great"?
Dude, no.
Great.
I'm hunched over the steering wheel laughing as I'm pulling around, and I look inside the Wendy's. The guy's like fucking like moving
Yeah,
chairs,
running
like
after
running.
you.
Yeah, and he comes
He thought
outside.
he was gonna catch you.
He thought he was gonna catch us, and he comes outside. And he's like, "You motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking kill you!" And I just like swerved around him and drove away.
Yeah, that's
Just
one of those
laughing
things-
the hardest
I get
I've ever
that
laughed.
He's angry. It's one of those things where you gotta reacting like that is only giving you what you want.
You sound like a
running
parrot.
running
Yeah.
out there chasing him off, going, "You damn kids!" That's exactly what you want.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
And at the
dude.
time,
he's
now-
got an apron on.
yeah.
Now I
on.
feel yeah,
You're
exactly.
fighting an apron, bro.
Exactly. He just took the apron off. Only the apron
Oh,
got wet.
I just feel bad for the guy.
He's
dude.
wearing a tie. I always feel
Hey,
bad
if,
for like.
if this is you and you're hearing this, call in. Okay, we have a
this is
special-
9 years ago.
Yeah, if you're still
He's
alive,
dead
if
by
you
now.
haven't killed yourself, call in. We have a Black Knight Stroker just for you. Tom's
a
trying to
shirt.
make amends.
Dark Knight.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you a Starbucks gift card.
yeah, we will get you a card with a cat on it that has a Starbucks gift card in it.
So I do
And
just
it'll
want to
say
look.
you're
That is
beautiful.
mean.
I do want to look in the camera and say, "Hey, Wendy's
I'm
employee."
so sorry.
I'm so
so
sorry.
sorry.
Come on. No, dude, I feel like that shit's fun when you're a kid. When I was younger with my friends in high school, we would my big thing is I had a cap gun.
Right.
And I would, like a cap gun, it sounds like a real gun when you
Pop,
shoot it.
yeah.
And we would drive by.
Oh god.
And this
It's
is
not really a toy you're playing with now.
no. This is a testament of kind of like, we lived in a safe area that like we drive by a group of kids or like a group of like teenagers, and I'd roll on the window and I'd go, "I told you not to fuck with me!" Bop, 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 and I would shoot the cap
And they're
gun,
all running.
and they would hit the floor and they would run, and it would be such a
Luca.
blast.
Dude, you know what I noticed?
Such a blast.
But if we did that
Watching
now, we'd
people-
get arrested.
Yeah.
Were you a big airsoft gun guy as a kid?
No, Enzo
Yeah.
was my brother.
Yeah, they don't even sell them at Walmart anymore.
No?
That's probably for the best.
But no, I think it's for the worse, actually. Because if a kid wanted to have a gun and shoot a target with it, they can just go to the store, buy it. Now they have to go online and like, why am I going to buy a airsoft gun
gonna
when
get
I
a
can
gun.
buy a real gun
Yeah.
online?
It's really-
They don't want to shoot a target. They want to take it to school with them.
Fair enough.
Well, if you bring an airsoft gun to school, that's harmless.
But see, that's great because I remember in like middle school and high school, our friends would have like a big airsoft fight. Like 15 kids would come over their house, all these airsoft guns running around the whole neighborhood,
Yeah.
shooting at each other.
Yeah.
And like now they had the little orange tips on them, but like little. Now, if you saw 15 kids running around shooting at each other, they'd be like, "There's a mass, like a event happening in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
What is happening?"
For the record, I thought the most white trash thing you were going to say today was going to be the story about the McDonald's, but it is that you keep inventory at Walmart now.
And specifically of what toy guns they have.
Hey, you guys see they don't got airsoft guns
Yeah.
at Walmart?
Yeah, they did, but I feel like it was maybe.
What the fuck is wrong with this
That's
country?
funny. And Walmart will sell you a regular gun too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
guns,
they sell
guns
I-
and ammo at Walmart.
They used to.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know about every Walmart, but
Yeah.
I don't know about the Walmart Supercenter versus the regular Walmart.
Super Center, they have
Tom could probably
they have
tell us.
Super,
Yeah, well,
Super Center is they have groceries and guns. That's the difference.
yeah.
Get a gallon of milk and a 45.
That's
But I
super
do feel like
funny.
Airsoft had like a moment at that period in time when
There
we were
used
like
to
around
be
high
stores
school.
dedicated to
Yeah.
airsoft guns, and they were the coolest stores in the world.
Yeah,
Just go
yeah.
there.
Full of a bunch of guys
Enzo's
working there
really
who
into that.
never once got laid in their whole life.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, 'cause you can't be an adult. Like, I always feel that way about people that work at like GameStop.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in there and you're like, "What the fuck is your life? You're working at GameStop, buddy."
Dude, I remember.
but
me,
at least they got a job and they're contributing to society.
They're doing
But-
something.
me and my brother, we used to have the pellet guns where you put like the CO2 tank in them. Have you seen those?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're powerful. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you could kill like a
You
rabbit
could,
with
yeah,
this
you could kill somebody with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I remember we bought it, and my dad thought it was just like an airsoft gun.
Oh, no.
He's like, this thing, this is a fucking toy. And
Yeah.
we're like, no, it's pretty strong. He goes, and he was hammered. He goes, yeah, shoot me in the back with it.
Yeah.
We're like, all right. So my dad lifts up his shirt, turns around. He goes, yeah, this ain't gonna hurt. Fucking shoot me. And we're like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, shoot me. So my brother fucking shot him, and he goes, down to the ground.
Yeah.
And we're like,
And
we
today-
told you it wasn't a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
On today's edition of White Trash
things
Corner.
can really fuck you up. Yeah, yeah.
Even the airsoft guns hurt. You
Yeah,
know?
they-
that was
they-
like the whole
they
point.
sting.
But back to the airsoft store and the GameStop, you as a kid, you'd go, "Man, I'd fucking kill to work at GameStop.
Yeah.
That seems like such an awesome job."
you were-
Now
yeah.
you're like, "Well, you're a loser."
Yeah. But those are just people who that was their dream when they were a kid, and then they stuck with it.
Yeah.
They go, "Yep, that's still my dream."
We used to have a little like a cabin in Indiana we'd go out to, and I had paintball guns, and me and my friends, we would shoot the paintball guns into the air. You know, we'd like run it. So we would just shoot them in the air one time, and like maybe 40 minutes later, a caravan of like a Mad Max caravan of ATVs showed up, and they circled us, and we were like, I was like maybe like 10 or
kid,
12,
yeah.
and they were hillbillies, and they were like, "You shot paintballs all over our trailer." and like we're like, "Oh, really?"
Was
like,
I related to any of them?
Yeah, Tom's family unit happened to be in the area.
Yeah, it was actually Tom and his brother.
They go, "Hey, we're over here faking a death."
no, but
guys-
I in hindsight, though, so I
I
was
threw
like,
a cup of water at you.
Yeah, right.
I was like, "Hey, we were just kids," but in hindsight, I'm like, "Hey, I just painted your trailer, you bitch."
You're like, "I helped." It was
Yeah,
ugly
have you ever
before.
gone paintballing? Like actually,
I have, and
Yeah.
that's another thing. You go paintballing, and people take it so
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, guys, we're not in Vietnam."
yeah, we're not in Afghanistan.
But it is like that type of person that's like they wish they were in the military.
yeah,
You know,
like they were way
they're-
too big of a pussy to
Yes.
jump.
But
in the
that's the
military.
thing. It's so anticlimactic because you're like, you get like these people. They got the guns.
They're crawling
and they
around.
and they got the camouflage and their guard. And all you hear is, That's how you know. Hit. They go hit. Yeah.
Dude, I did a paintball.
And that guy always gets lit up as he's leaving.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we would do. Yeah, like because the people who are really into it, they play by the rules.
rules.
And, like he got hit, but you're like, yeah, shoot him a couple more times.
The point is to hurt our friend. That's why we're here. Yeah.
Dude, I remember last time I went paintballing, I had to be like in 8th grade, and
We should go paintballing.
We should.
That'd be fun.
Podcast.
It was me and
all of us versus Tyler Kretz.
Oh, that'd be
Belly
good.
Boys.
No, us versus Belly Boys.
Belly Boys.
Us,
Belly
yeah,
Boys.
but
This is
3-on-3.
on-air challenge. Belly Boys.
We're gonna
Belly
challenge you to
Boys
paintball.
podcast, our rival podcast.
And honestly, it'll be tough because it
basement.
involves a lot of running and being active.
no,
Yeah, but they're fat. They're
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
targets.
Yeah, easy targets.
That's what
I was gonna say. That.
Kretz is going to be the hardest one to shoot.
Yeah. He turned sideways. You can't see him. Yeah.
I was gonna say that. It's like Flat Stanley.
Flat Stanley.
The unfortunate thing is this is where Tyler has
Shout
to
out Flat
Kretz has
Stanley.
to edit in the clip of us saying that and then a photo of him and then a photo of Flat Stanley sitting at his computer doing the editing going, well, I guess I got to do this. Flat Stanley.
I
Shout
think
out.
that would be fun, paintball. But
Dude,
yeah.
I went paintballing for like my 13th birthday. A blast. That you're
Sure.
like you said, shooting your friends,
grade,
whatever.
yeah.
One of my buddies was like, one of these kids since childhood was like, I'm gonna be in the military. That's my path.
Oh, the
Couldn't-
ROTC
He
kid.
panicked and couldn't do it. He was like shaking. He's a fighter pilot now. But like when we were kids, he was like, dude, I'm gonna be in the army, blah blah blah. And he's in the back of this birthday party going, I can't do it, I can't do it.
Dude,
The best in high school were those kids that like wore all camouflage.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, they just in their earbuds they were just listening to like that. Bam, bam, ba 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 bam, bam, bam.
Don't know what that is. What do you-
From the commercial, the
Oh,
army
okay.
commercial.
Yes, the few, the proud, the
Yeah, you can just tell that
incels.
you're like that. Yeah, you know those guys all
But
stormed the
it
Capitol.
was like it's like when that's kind of like your hobby. It's the same type of. It's the same fucked up part of your brain that gets you way into video games or like Yu-Gi-Oh. Except their thing was like the army, and they were just like they were like, oh, I wear all camo. I love it's the same type
yeah,
of weirdo.
and, you know, shout out to the troops, but you like when I was in high school, you know, you go to the college career fair.
Yeah.
I remember I was I like, you know, I'm like 14. I don't know what I want to do with my life. You know, there's all this pressure about college and whatever. And I see the Air Force, Marines, you know, and the Marines one struck out to me because it said the best of the best. You know, and it was this, you know, no disrespect, fat Mexican guy, and I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, you guys,
are you the best?
and I'm going, what makes
What do you got going on there, Tom?
I put the mic in between my legs. I don't know what the fuck.
That's fine.
We'll cut back to a clip, slow motion of.
I go up to
That's
the
between the legs.
I go up to the Marine guy and I go, so you guys are the best out of all these guys here, Coast Guard, Air Force, you guys are the best. What makes you the best? And he goes, I don't think he understood the question because he was like, hey, man, are you flat-footed? And I was like, no. And he said, you got asthma? I said, no, I don't. He goes, sign your name right here, man. You can be in the Marines.
he gets paid $40 for every kid he.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, but that doesn't.
You go, why
so
are you the best? He goes, just sign the fucking.
Why are
you
you the
walked
best? Because you have good arch support
you're not
and you
flat-footed,
can
yeah.
breathe.
Dude, so wait, so you walked up to their booth.
Yeah, it was like the career fair.
They were so thirsty at my school to get people. They would come
Yeah.
up to us at lunch.
Yeah.
I'd be eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, would you like to join the military? I'm like, no, I'm thinking about joining ISIS actually.
Well, and you feel like, especially in high school like that, they're looking for the kids that like
They're looking for guys like Tom. Big.
Honestly, yeah.
No, dude, I think that you could be too big to be in the Marines.
Really? No way. That's true.
I think if you're over 6'6", I'm not 6'6", but who knows? I could have hit a growth spurt.
Maybe.
No, fuck. I wanted to say something about paintballing.
Okay.
I remember I went for in 8th grade for some kid's birthday party, and it was my friends versus a professional paintball.
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
It means they just do it every day.
It's like 25-year-old losers. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
15-year-olds against 25-year-old
My
losers.
cousin's very into paintball, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like
Who's living
Austin?
in the basement?
Not Austin.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
But so I remember I was just hiding behind the stand. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers don't even know I'm here. I peeped my head out. Instantly, in my
Yeah.
just painted my
Ow,
fucking.
got me.
No, it didn't hurt because they hit me right in the,
the
mask.
face. That's the best place
Oh,
to
yeah,
hit.
the
Yeah.
mask.
But then I got hit in the balls too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, paintballing. Yeah, paintballing gay.
Yeah. Belly Boys. Shout out Belly
Yeah.
Boys.
Shout out Belly
We,
Boys
we
gay.
are challenging you to a paintball
That
match.
would be kind of fun. I agree. We could film the whole thing.
And that's the kind of thing like now. It's like a fun like bachelor party thing. Like just a bunch of guys fucking around. Like
It would
you
be
know.
funny to
guys
see
being dudes paintball.
But people who
run
do it like
across.
every weekend get a life.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out people who do get a life.
Unfortunately, get a life.
Unfortunately. All right, we got a thing.
Oh yeah,
my evil.
Speaking of people who need to get a life.
Yes. So my
Shoot
evil.
Tyler.
This is a situation where it was nice because Luke and I were both there, and my evil didn't come out, but it was simmering. And I
Tyler's evil
realized
was-
this about myself is I keep a lid on the evil. I
If
let it simmer.
If Tyler had a mic stand in his vicinity, he would have pointed it right at the
No,
guy.
I would have pointed at you. You were at fault.
Yeah,
This is-
so-
You're like a tea
here's-
kettle.
here's the
You're like a
situation.
tea kettle. You
Yes.
start hissing.
I put
So we-
I put my evil on the back burner and it's just simmering. Luca comes in, he immediately pops the top off. That's what's going on.
Yeah, well, so shout out. Actually, I want.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, so me and Tyler are doing this this daytime gig, and we have to.
Oh, I saw the khakis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's like an acting thing
So
for
we're,
like
we're,
a
we're acting
corporate
for,
training video.
for corporate training video. So it was about wire fraud. So we had to go in and
Very
be
dry.
like wire fraud, but we had to. I was in like cat. I looked like a douche. You saw me.
Yeah, you look
I
like
was,
you
I was wearing.
install Ring doorbells.
Yeah, I looked like I
Yeah.
installed. Yeah, the bit we were doing is that is that I looked like me in khakis and a polo. It looks like I install Ring doorbells, but if you don't buy one, I'm like, well, something might happen to your house. you don't. Hey, you don't want to buy.
You got a
don't-
dog here. Be ashamed something happened to that dog.
Be ashamed you don't buy a Ring doorbell. You don't know who the fuck comes in your house.
that's
All right, you
funny.
call me. You let me know
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Next day, you get fucking broken into.
Yeah.
But what's it called? So we're doing this corporate wire fraud, these videos, and they're all just like little cheesy skits that we have to do. And there's this half of the people there are comedians, and the other half are
Just
just actors hired from an agency. And this guy, dude, this one actor. I should start off by saying he would fit right in with the Belly Boys. He's
a Belly Boy.
quite fat, and
This type of guy, I feel like I've met a disproportionate number of actors that are like this. Their personality is just too much. Where it's like and it's a guy who's like actors. Like he's a guy who does acting.
It's a guy that has to let. It's like comics do this too. It's a guy that has to let you know that he acts, even when they're
Yeah.
on the set of an acting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, my agency. Yeah, when I talk about my agent, how it happens in the craft and
Does he really think he's going to go from making a video with you guys to starring in an action movie? Is
Well,
that
that's the thing, and he's like clearly someone who like he makes somewhat of a living like doing commercial acting. You can
Yeah.
tell, but it's like Luca. So this is a problem. I get there before Luca.
Yeah.
And I know as soon as this guy starts talking, he is not to be engaged with.
Yeah.
He's being weird. He's
Tyler
too
picked up
chatty.
on the signals very
and
well.
I thought even worse. I thought he was a comic because he's like talking shop with the one guy who's
Yeah.
a comedian. He's like,
That's why
oh,
I
my
talked to him. I
buddy
was
who's
like-
a comic. Yeah.
I was like, hey man, like so I walk in and
And
it's
so most of the day is sitting around because you're doing
Yes.
between shots. So we're in a
where you're in
conference
like
room.
this little conference room. Tyler's quiet. There's another comedian who's quiet. They're both sitting there, and I know both of them. And I go, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And I go, "Hey, you look familiar to the guy." I go,
boy.
"Where did?" I said, "Have I met you before?" And he goes,
And me
he goes,
knowing.
"Shh, well, you probably see me
Yes.
in a number one of the commercials that I've done." That's what he
No,
said.
no, even better, dude. So me knowing Luca and knowing this guy, as soon as Luca starts engaging, I want to be like, dude.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the-
don't-
I'm watching Luca be like, I know you're going to be angry.
He's like, well,
but even better, he doesn't even say commercials. He goes, well, I've been in a bunch of stuff that's airing right now. So, like, implying it's like TV shows. He's like, I've been in a bunch of stuff that's on the air right now. so you probably
he's like-
recognize me
he's
from
like, are you
on
familiar
TV.
with the J.G. Wentworth commercial?
Yeah, he starts naming it.
Yeah.
Wentworth.
He's like, I was in a
I love that
Brown's
commercial.
Chicken cameo.
He goes,
like all this, like,
Pella
like-
Windows. They have a Midwest spot. I'm doing that right now.
I was the Felco guy. Like all these local commercials that
Yeah.
like.
Did you tell him no one has cable anymore?
right.
No, I want. So
Well,
I,
then there was he
I'm being
literally said
polite.
he goes, "Do you watch a lot of daytime TV? You probably seen me. I'm next to Judge Judy. My stuff airs by Judge Judy."
and
a
I
lot.
go like this. He didn't catch it. And Tyler laughed. I go, oh my god, can I get your autograph? I go, can I get your autograph, sir? And but so he's ran off his resume.
but also, but even before this, the kind of guy, and a lot of the videos, they're trying to be cute and funny, and it's just whatever. He is trying to be the funniest guy in the room, and it's not about
worst.
being funny. We're here acting,
and
doing a job.
you're with like three of the
Comedians.
funniest comics in the
Right,
city.
and he
yeah.
literally, but everything is a bit with him. They're literally shooting a scene that he's in, and he's like ad-libbing all these jokes and going, "I won't say that when we're filming. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to say that when we're filming for real."
When you were gone,
Like-
he was running lines with the other girl, and
Yeah.
he just kept doing it in an accent.
Yes.
He kept going like, wouldn't it be funny if there was wire fraud?
The whole day he's doing that.
And Vince, or the guy managing the whole thing, he went up and he was like, hey, you're really not going to do that voice, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, no. He's like, I'm just
He's just trying to be funny.
just trying to make everyone love me.
And, dude,
Hindsight, everyone hated him.
Well, Luca fed right into it. He goes, "Oh, so you a comedian?" That guy goes, "No." Classic guy like this who's like, "I think I'm super funny." It's
No,
like,
everyone tells
I
me that.
could never do what you guys do. Oh my god, no. And he's just waiting for someone to go, but you're really funny.
Yeah.
And of course, someone goes, "Oh, you're so funny. You've been cracking jokes all day. You're hilarious." He goes, "Oh, I can do little here and there, but what you guys? Oh my goodness, I could never."
Hate that guy. But and he so he's going off. He's
Annoying.
Yeah,
Most annoying guy in the room.
But I awoke the beast because everyone was
He did.
silent. And so I look
And
at
then he
Tyler, and
won't-
Tyler's just clenching his. Like he wanted to stab his pen into his throat.
No, because then I'm just enjoying it because I know it's making you angry.
Oh, I was getting more. Yeah, for sure.
But and once you took the lid off, there's no putting it back on. This guy's talking. He's trying to do bits.
This is what got me. With
I was
this
going to
guy.
say this is the
So-
reason we brought this
so
up.
I'm already going. All right, whatever. This guy's an asshole. Fuck him. He's giving me all his resume.
At one point,
He
the
thinks-
guy gets up to like go to the bathroom or something, and Luca goes, "Disgusting."
Yeah. That's right. Every time.
And the other comedian and I, they were in the room. We both look up. We're like, I didn't know how to telepathically tell you this. You shouldn't have talked.
Yeah,
to us.
every
There's a
time-
reason we were quiet when you walked in.
Every time he left the room, I'd go, just fucking
Disgusting.
sickening.
Ignorant.
Just fucking ignorant. Because he was just, oh yeah. So anyway, guys, this is the most ignorant
The
thing
worst
he did.
part.
We're all sitting in the conference room. Like, it starts to get quiet again. And I'm talking with Tyler about a show or something. Like, we're having a conversation. He takes a phone call. Oh my God. Oh, Heather, breathe for me, baby. Breathe for me, baby, Heather. He's going, Heather.
Clearly a very serious phone call.
Like this, like with his. He's going, breathe for me, Heather. Okay. Oh heavens. Oh heavens. Okay. Well, do you want me to? Okay. Wow. Fucking right in the we're all. There's people.
But again, so two funny things about this. It's another thing where he's begging us to be like, "What's going on?" He wants you to engage.
Oh,
but
yeah.
also. The guy who's directing it walks in at the time, and the two other funny things that are happening. We're ordering lunch at the time, so we're all writing down what we want from like Jimmy John's.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's setting up the lunch walks in, and he goes, "Is he rehearsing or is this a real phone call?" And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Like it looked like he was acting. Like he's
just-
like if you were as a bit going to be like, "Hello, oh no," that's exactly what it looked like. So we
He
were
was
literally.
going, oh goodness heavens, breathe for me,
This
baby.
is going on 2 minutes. It didn't hear his phone ring. This is going on 2 minutes. We go, he could be doing a bit. We do not know.
And he goes and he gets off the phone.
Even
And
before he gets off the phone, this is clearly serious. He's like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Serious
We're
phone call.
passing around the lunch order. I don't think you picked up on this, and I knew you would appreciate it because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And Luca makes fun of fat guys. Not me.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
He is like clearly in this very serious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It comes to him. He stops everything, grabs the thing, doesn't skip a beat. He's like, I'm not gonna let
Orders
this
his-
tragedy get in the way of me ordering my lunch.
ordered my Italian nightclub sandwich, dude. Yeah,
He's
no,
going, oh my god.
What if he went? I'm going in anyway.
he gets off this
Call
phone
back
call,
from
and
5
of course
episodes
I'm
ago.
like, hey man, because this is what he wants. He just wants me to go, hey man,
Everything okay?
everything okay? And he goes, oh goodness heavens,
Not really.
my wife's mother is in hospice, and whew, Nelly, it's just really been tough on all of us, and I guess she's going into intensive treatment, and she's dying essentially.
She's got to go right now.
And I'm
you
going,
know?
hey. That's a conversation you take outside. That's not something you do
100%.
in front of.
But
Yeah.
the only reason he did it, he wanted that. He
Yeah.
wanted that in you to ask what's going on. But the other thing is, he's
Guys
going,
like that, I'd like to just shoot in the
Yeah,
face.
either you
Ignorant.
take that conversation outside, or you tell it on a podcast.
yes.
one or the other.
Yes. But
100%.
right now, we're all among friends. We know each other well. We're in my apartment. If I got an unserious phone call, I would go outside.
100%.
Not even someone's dying phone call. If I was going to take a phone call, I would step outside.
Especially a dying phone call. You remove yourself from the room.
If someone calls you and it's an emergency and they are like, "Hey, something bad's happening," get out of there.
Yeah.
But so then this guy.
Well, and the other dude, if you could be a fly on the wall, it's a small room, so to leave the room, Luca has to really squeeze in for this guy to get by.
yeah, because he's so fat.
He goes by 5 or 6 times, and every time he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, oh, I'm sorry."
He
I'm
goes,
sorry."
my belly. That's what he would go.
He's a belly boy.
He's a belly boy.
He's gonna be on your
Fuck you,
paintball
belly
team.
boys.
He would, but like, if you're a fat guy and you got to excuse your fatness, I know you're fat.
But
Yeah.
then, but also,
Just
then,
excuse me.
But
Just
then,
lift it up or suck it in.
He was
for a
like, oh,
second.
he's like, oh, my belly's never gonna, because I like moved in a little bit.
Yeah, he goes, that's
And then he's
never
like-
gonna work.
He's like, that's not gonna work for my big belly. Well, maybe that's your fucking problem. then. You know what I mean?
Did you tell him that he should try intermittent fasting?
He told me he should try killing himself. That's what he should try.
So then,
How-
but then
how
the
would
other
you-
thing is, he
if you were
takes-
that fat, how would you kill yourself?
Fuck,
You can't hang yourself.
Come on,
You're gonna ruin the ceiling.
Yeah,
That's super funny. But the one thing that you left, so I have to do a scene with this guy.
Oh.
And again, it's the little skits.
He's doing
I'm going,
bits.
what's the deal with wire fraud? Like that, like that's the like really simple stuff. And the scene starts.
Yeah.
And he's like meditating before, like he's like Robert Duvall, just like. And then they go action. He'd look at me and he'd go, so. He go because the scene is he's firing this woman. So he's going, so you committed wire fraud? And she'd be like, yes, I did. Well, what I have to say about sorry.
Can we do another take?
He would forget his lines. I'm like, this asshole
3 lines.
is getting into character. He's got 3 lines, and we must have sat there.
Ugh.
Like I'm
Sickening.
trying to get out of there to make a show, and he's going. So. You don't. Sorry, the jitters. The jitters.
That's the other thing about these people. He has nowhere to be. His happiest place would be
His fucking-
if that shoot lasted forever.
His
You're
mother-in-law
trying
is
to-
in hospice.
But that
Yes,
was
he has
that,
somewhere to
that
be.
was my other. That was the other thing that frustrated me though. He takes this call and he goes like, "It's this serious thing." After he hangs up, doesn't leave. Doesn't. Hey guys, I got to get out of
He's a
here
professional.
early.
That's why.
But
He doesn't know his fucking lines. He's got 3 lines. He's getting. But the best is that like I get it. Like I didn't like you mess up a line, whatever. But he's treating it like it's like he's he's
and he would
Marlon
do that too.
Brando.
He's doing another scene, and he would go. They would go, okay, great. I think we got it on that one. He'd go, can I do one more? I really want to try this. Can we get a version where I'm gonna do a wild card one where I just improvise.
And the guy
something?
running
And they go,
is like, hey, I have kids. Like
right.
Yeah, I have
Well,
shit
and
to do.
also they're like, this is for like people are gonna watch this when they get a new job one time, and that's it.
Yeah,
this
and
isn't.
they
there's
don't
no-
even want to watch it.
Right. There's no award season.
But
for
you know
this,
what's crazy
know?
about that whole scene that you just described? Who gets accused of wire fraud and goes, yeah, I did it. No one.
But that's what these, like, corporate training
If you
videos
get
are
caught
like,
lying
dude.
at work, you go, yeah, but the fucking guy did
You
this.
can't prove nothing.
yeah, you don't just cop to it. I never copped anything.
I quit anyway.
Yeah.
You
wanna
throw water in his face.
Right. You want to talk about wire fraud? Get Tom's uncle in here, dude. We'll talk about wire
yeah,
fraud.
you want to make some money.
Yeah.
$25,000.
But in my experience,
That
those
guy was sickening.
actory people, that's a lot of them are like that.
really?
That are like when it's a certain type of person that's like doesn't. There's a type of comedian that's like that too, where it's like someone
Yeah.
who doesn't get a lot of work, but it's their whole personality.
Yeah. But
He's a guy who is.
actor is his
Thanks for calling
personality.
me out,
Yes.
guys.
But the fact that he
No,
goes,
you're not that.
but no, dude. Like I was telling Tom before, because I was telling him the story when I saw him later that day.
Sickening.
I played a dead guy on some like spin-off show from like Chicago Fire.
Right.
So I just had to lay there and they put me in makeup and I was like this, and they have the extras there, and if these extras, it's a crime scene, so I'm
Yeah.
dead, and there's like a cop investigating, and the extras are going, like overacting
Yeah.
as a background guy, and the director the entire time had to just keep it going, like, hey, fucking
less.
stop.
Your background,
Yeah.
that's the whole
You're
point.
literally just there to fill the background.
right.
You're
you
have
or
the
a
same
plant.
you have the same job as this fucking plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the same
Yeah.
job as but
set dressing.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm getting. I just,
But
I
these
here.
people, they think someone is going to see them go like this and go, lead role.
yeah.
Same thing with this.
We need this guy.
With this fat guy, someone was gonna go, wow, that wire fraud video, genius.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I
Would
heard,
you like to be in the new Avatar movie?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right.
No, I heard a story.
We actually think you should be the next Kevin James.
That's funny.
When he dies of a heart attack soon, we think you should be him.
Yeah.
Poor Kevin James.
I actually heard this story about Harrison Ford, that the way he got into acting is he was just a screen reader. Like he would just read the scripts. Did I say screen or script? He's a script reader.
Whatever, yeah.
And then someone saw him and they're like, wow, you're like really good at this and you're like a really good looking guy. You should just be an actor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's how he got into acting. And now every guy that has like a
Yeah.
tiny role like on set, he's like, I can be just like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
going to
you hear
discover me.
millions-
There also was a time when that could happen.
Yeah.
They were just
and
going
there's a
with whoever's
million
around,
stories like
you
that,
know?
and I'm sure it still does happen. But but you being a fucking jagoff,
being annoying, yeah.
and
Well,
especially
to me, those people are shooting himself in the foot. He thinks he's doing himself a favor. If you're in charge of that, I go, I never want this guy here again.
No.
He's annoying. No one likes being around him.
you know what's
Easygoing
gonna
is, I think, is the
He
best
think-
quality.
exactly.
In that
He
situation.
thinks we're all literally on this podcast going, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I want to work
Yeah.
with him again.
Yeah.
I
No,
want
I would
write
love
a-
to. I would love to track him down and send him this podcast.
I wonder if we could.
We'll have him on.
Yeah, we should have him on.
We got to get a bigger couch.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. It would be
He'd be
there'd be a big.
Can we redo this scene?
Yeah. Cut. But dude, it's so funny. It's so funny to be in that situation, knowing Luca and being like, as soon as this guy leaves the room, Luca's gonna go disgusting.
And I did. And he ordered Jimmy John's. This pissed me off. Ordered Jimmy John's because we're getting lunch, and the guy putting us through this whole thing. He's like, I will get you all the Jimmy John's. Put down your order. Orders a fucking pickle.
I knew you'd be mad.
What a
about the
fucking
pickle.
jagoff.
Ordered a pickle.
And then he wanted to talk about
He
it.
got a fucking, everyone's getting, let me get the turkey sandwich. Tyler got some sandwich that was on the menu. Fine. It's all good. This guy's going, and they also had all these snacks. There's chips, there's cookies already
well
there.
taken care of.
This guy goes, let me order of my sandwich, the fattest, fucking biggest fat guy sandwich you could order at Jimmy John's, plus a big pickle.
But you know what?
Get the fuck out
In
of here.
retrospect,
fuck
though,
him.
when he was eating the pickle, I was going, I would like a pickle right now.
No, it
He got the pickle as a conversation starter, which
Yes,
is he's a
yes.
fucking asshole. He's a
Literally,
fucking
and
asshole.
we talked about it for about 5 minutes.
And he goes, I love a good Jimmy John's pickle. I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking, I'm not even going to say it.
You fat fuck.
yeah,
But it was just an interesting situation where we're both in the same situation, and I'm watching my evil boil over a little bit, and I know Lucas is popping.
yeah,
through the
if
roof,
I
too.
was his mother-in-law, I would just be like, pull the plug. I don't want to deal with this
Oh,
fucking-
he's on his way? Kill me now. Get the pillow. Get the pillow. Oh, he's 3 hours away? Great.
Please
Let's
don't
say our goodbyes.
He's going to want to run lines with me again.
Right, he's in the car going, okay. Can we
He
try
goes,
that one more time?
This is good practice for a dying scene.
Right. But that was the thing, dude. The phone call was annoying. I mean, this guy, it all adds up. The phone call was annoying. But it's all these kind of things where he just wants you to engage with him. This is a lonely guy who doesn't have anything going on.
Looking for a fucking friend. You give those people. That's what my dad says. Because like I've golfed with my dad before, and one time I was golfing with my dad, and this guy, because people on like a 9-hole golf course, they'll come and they'll be older and they'll walk. It's good exercise,
Yeah.
and they're golfing by themselves. So this
Good
one
sign
guy,
they have nowhere to be.
yeah. So this one guy, he comes up to me and my dad, and he goes, "Hey guys, you mind if I gotta wait like 2 tees behind. It'd make more sense if we golf together. You mind if I join your group?" My dad goes, "No, please." He's like, "No, yeah, we're just gonna golf, me and him. Like, just shut him down."
fair enough.
And he asked so nice, and I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever.
Yeah, it's
and,
father son. Why the
yeah,
fuck do I want you?
And my
here?
dad goes, "Fucking guy looking for a friend."
It is. It's a guy, and you feel bad for him. It's a guy who's lonely,
Yeah.
who is being like, maybe I can spend an afternoon with these guys. And every once in a while, if you're in the right mood, maybe you hang out with, you go, oh, that was pleasant. I spent an afternoon with a stranger. We chatted, whatever. But it's sad.
No, and Uber drivers are like that too. That's I mean,
Yeah.
obviously people talk about it a lot, but like, you there's some days where like I'm lonely. I'm a lonely guy, and then I get in an Uber, and then I'm like, let me
go,
strike up a conversation with this guy. Immediately regret it. You go, I'm lonely.
Oh.
I'm not fucking
That lonely.
insane lonely.
Yeah.
Like this guy's
Well,
just
usually
like,
it's the other
"Please
way
talk to
around,
me."
where they're starting a conversation with you. But there's something about that job attracts that type of person. They're pushed to the fringes of society.
Of course, they're madness.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
yeah.
madness. They're like,
And it only perpetuates it. You're driving around alone all the time, picking up strangers. So then you eventually are like, what do you guys want to talk about? I miss you.
I sell mattresses on the side. I mean, this is my normal thing. Yeah.
Dude, there was a guy by where I used to live. There's a Jewel right across the street from my apartment. Shout out to Jewel. Love the Jewel. But it's one of the classic Jewel. Half the people who work there are teenagers who've been there for 2 weeks. The other half have been there for 40 years.
Yeah.
And one of these guys, he's a bagger. I guarantee if we went in there today, he's still there. He's been there like 35 years. He's got the pin. I've been here for 30 fucking years. Sad. Downtrodden. Depressed. The people in front of me in line have like a small kid with them, and he says something like pleasant, like, oh, cute kid or whatever. He's the cashier or the bagger or something. And then they go, somehow he within literally you're interacting with the cashier. This should be a 2-minute interaction. He transitions to, well, I'm never going to have grandkids. My kids hate me and they don't want me to be happy. And the woman is like taken aback, but she's trying to be polite. So she's like, you never know. Like maybe it'll happen. Maybe they'll come around. He goes, Nope, they hate me and they don't want me to be happy, so I'll just die alone. No grandkids, I guess.
I was actually at a grocery store, similar situation. I'm buying like sushi for lunch or something, and I go, "Hey, how you doing?" Really not good, to be honest with you.
Tough.
Well, all right.
You go, well, have a good one.
Yeah. I'm going, well, can you ring me up, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, is that
Wait,
possible?
even at that point, the interaction's over already. You're buying one thing. So you go, really not good. Well, too bad. Sucks.
I think that's for sure an Italian thing too. Is like you ask how you doing, and if they give you an actual response, like usually you go, "How you doing? How you doing?"
Yeah. Right.
You get
not
if you
the
go,
answer is how you doing?
How you doing? Well, not very well actually.
Yeah.
You're like, are you out of your mind?
What
You
am I
just-
supposed to do with that?
But then you realize, oh, I just asked them a question about their mental
right, it's not
state.
their fault, but also the social contract is you don't answer in earnest. You know.
Speaking of, go ahead.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not in a good way right now.
Why?
I am violently hungover.
I could tell.
Really? From drinking?
Yeah, dude. I didn't get home till 3:30.
You rolled in here.
Me
I
and
was
Tyler
like,
are
Tom
the
just got
sober
today.
ones. It feels
Dude,
good.
I'm like sweating. I feel like I'm like gonna pass
That's
out.
why I
Right
was like, Tom was being a little quiet. I go, oh, he's hungover.
Yeah, I was like, me and Tyler are carrying this.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing today. I'm sorry, boys.
No, this is why there's the team of three. You're like a wounded soldier. We're dragging you
How
to
much
safety.
did you drink last night?
Dude, I was taking like shots of Jameson and some beers, and I'm like
Do
sweating.
you want a beer right now? Would that help?
No, dude, I gotta fucking. When I leave here, I'm probably gonna throw up.
No.
Yeah.
You want to take a puke break?
No, it's all right. I can
Okay.
hold it.
Tom's
Put it on the
hungover,
Patreon.
guys.
I'm
It's
fucked up. Sorry, guys.
you okay? Don't be sorry, man.
Oh.
I'm all right.
It's
I'm like sweating, dude.
Doesn't
you,
make
you were
glad?
we're glad you just showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Me and Tom were doing a good bit yesterday about there's a comedian who comedian would be a strong word to describe her. She's open micer, and she's a larger woman also, and she's of some sort of Middle Eastern descent. And
I know who we're talking about.
yeah, and
I'm up to speed.
Not a very good comedian, and we were talking about how
She's similar to this acting guy.
similar to this acting guy in the sense that like I'm a comedian, that's what I am. Has never told a joke in her entire
Engage
life.
with me in conversation.
And,
Yeah.
but she only appears every like 1 to 3 months because something happens traumatically in her family life, and then she has to go on stage and for some reason tell everyone about it. So she'll be like, my parents just kicked me out of the house. and like so that's what she'll come on stage and she'll be like, yeah, so my parents fucking hate me. They can't stand
You're
me.
like, yeah, us too.
And she like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone hates
And
it.
she like applied to law school, but like
Yeah.
didn't get in. And like her parents can't, you know how like Middle Eastern, like Indian parents, they'll be like, you know, you got it. They have certain expectations. Like it sounds like they're very traditional.
Yeah.
So we were saying how her
This is
comedy
really
career, whenever she goes back, they're disappointed with her. She's like, I want to be a comedian. They're like, this is so sickening for you to be a comedian. This is terrible. But then if she comes home and they're like, how was comedy? And she goes, I bombed. And they're like, hey.
They're like,
God damn it.
They're
Very good bum.
They're
Very good
like,
bum.
hey, did you at least say I like Akbar before?
Oh my
Great bomb.
And we were doing this
That's
bit.
great. A bit from 1999. I'm proud of you guys. That's good.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
we keep it old school, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I bombed.
Luke is
Oh,
doing the voices.
Huge,
No,
huge
and
bomb.
we're
Yeah.
doing this. We're doing this bit in a cigar lounge with people around us, just fucking
Howling,
howling,
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
We kept going. Very good bum. Very good bum.
Hey.
Did you say Ali Akbar?
Yeah, the other voice I did this week was there was at Zany's Rosemont outside. There was a 4-piece like Mexican band that was like
Like a mariachi?
yeah, like a mariachi band. You know how they and like I was saying how I would love to just go in there and start singing, but like just fill in. So my line was, because it sounds just like it would be, "Hola muchacho, me gusta Nintendo."
Right, because that kind of music too, it's more about the
They always say,
inflection.
"Oh,
yeah, it's more about the
me
inflection.
gusta
It doesn't
ni-"
matter what you're saying as long as you have that pattern. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
funny.
fuck,
good.
I have something I want to talk about.
He's
I'm
he's
trying to
waking
co-
up.
I'm trying to come back to life, dude. I am. Tyler, you're gonna
I'll let you know. My mom is gonna be very disappointed. about
Really?
it.
I think
So that's
this,
Tom.
this might save it. I have a new pet peeve that I've realized that I have.
Okay.
And that is guy that can't let go of the hang.
Okay. Paint
Is
us a
this
picture.
like our Eastern European buddy,
Ooh.
Gramantis?
Oh, yeah. I think it applies.
Paint
to
us a picture. Yeah.
So it's like you're hanging out, you're having a good night,
Where
and
the
then you go, all right, guys, I'm leaving, and they go, wait, we could go do this.
oh.
they don't want to let go of it.
Yeah.
And then you just go. I used to have a buddy like this in middle school.
Peyton's kind of like
The
that.
theme of
A
this
little bit.
episode, I think, is lonely people. There's lonely
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
out there. This is a guy who doesn't want to go home.
Exactly.
He's got demons.
No, but also I remember being in middle school and I would go over to my buddy's house. We'd hang out all day in the
Yeah.
summer, noon to
Yeah.
whatever, and I'd be like, all right, dude, my mom's coming. Dude, no. Ask your mom if you could stay the night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, dude, it's all right. Dude, come on, dude. My mom will make us breakfast in the morning. Come on, dude. It's all right. It's cool.
You're like, no, I want to be alone.
Yeah, it's like I want to sleep in my bed. So then he would ask me so many times. I would then text my mom and say, hey,
Pick
when
me
I
up.
call, say no.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
funny.
then I would call and I'd be like, hey, mom, can I sleep over at...
Fuck no, Tom. Get home right
Yeah,
now.
No. And I'd be like,
He'd be like,
"See?"
thank you so much, mommy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, mommy, for saving me
Okay,
from
mommy.
that hang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so recently you've
Can't let go of
encountered
the
this?
hang.
No. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about high
It's a
school.
childhood pet peeve.
I
that
was just
have.
thinking about it. I thought it'd be good
Can't
for
let go of the hang.
Well, no.
Yeah,
So
I
there
get
is
that.
a.
Guys, give me a break. I'm hungover.
No,
Sorry.
that was
Hey,
good. That's
hey,
good,
brother.
Tom.
There has been an Eastern European guy that's been hanging out with us every now and again, and I've touched base on him a little bit here and there in this podcast, but he was one of these people that could just execute a hang. It'll be it's like
terribly.
it's like us three, like
Murders
our good
the
buddies
vibe.
hanging out, having a fun time, and then him,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
And it's
dude.
that one person. It's like a thumbtack in your shoe.
And I don't
Yeah.
know, these Eastern European guys, dude. Some of these guys, I'm not going to generalize the entire region, but like there's these certain guys, they dress really funny, and then like they always have a puffy coat on even when it's warm,
Puffy coat is
and
big.
they're really into like shittily souped up cars.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like a Hyundai, it'll be like a Nissan Altima that it has like a wrap around it that's like silver, and like there's this one guy that drives around
or a shitty muffler on it that makes a loud noise.
Yeah, there's this one guy that drives around this open mic we go to, his Nissan Altima. It just has a thing that says @send-nudes. So like his Instagram is @send-nudes. So like he just drives around, and I think I guarantee this guy's Polish, and you talk to this guy and like
Weirdly enough, maybe the most racist thing you've ever said on the podcast.
I know, but
I guarantee this guy's Polish.
No, dude, you could be openly racist towards white people. That's
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
Yeah, you Polak.
but it's
Yeah,
it's
dirty
it's
Polak.
Polish.
That's so
But I know
funny.
I'm right, and you talk
know
to him.
you're
He's
right,
like, and
too.
I bet you if you talk to him, you'd be like, "Hey, dude, like, do you get a lot of people that send you nudes?" He'd be like, yeah, dude, like people see like Nissan, they go so
Yeah.
fast, and like
It's
and
like
like
a guy-
dude,
yeah.
they send me crazy picture of tits, bro, and like so this guy that's been hanging out with us, he talks like that, and just like we're hanging out the night we got into the fight, we're having a great time at the bar, drink, and he just keeps looking at me and Tom going, dude, man, so many crazy hot bitch here, bro. Like he just like his English is just bad enough that like
Yeah.
he forgets the consonants of like certain
Yeah.
words. So he'll be like, dude, bro, like, like I love comedy so much, bro. Like I listen to Joe Rogan's and like, Andrew Tate, so crazy, bro. Like he know how to put the bitch in line. And you're just
Meanwhile,
like,
you guys are talking about like something totally unrelated.
yeah, we're like, hey, did you see that movie the other day?
Yeah.
Like, and he's just,
going, so many hot girl here
So
today.
many
right?
hot girl.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate really.
bro.
smashed
Everyone
the
always
little
calls you
pussy.
bro. Hey, bro, dude,
bro.
like, dude, crazy hot
Yeah,
bitch.
one person will ruin the hang in a big way.
Yeah, no, a guy like that can ruin. Like if you were like at a wedding with like 100 of your closest family members, and
One
friends,
guy.
one guy,
Yeah.
will totally derail the whole thing.
It is obnoxious.
Well, it's one of those things too. If you're like, especially in comedy, you're at like a show or a mic together, and you and a bunch of your friends are like, all right, what are we doing after this? And the one wrong person latches on. You have to be very careful about being like, yeah, guys, all right, let's all just go home. And then you walk outside and go, okay, where are we actually going?
This,
You know? Like,
yeah.
you know?
This guy was
Well, some guys they're just like quiet or they're newer and,
Yeah.
and they just want to make friends, and
I
that's
get that.
different.
That's
I
good.
like those guys.
like
For
people
sure.
like we've been at the Ashbury open mic and people have come up and they've been like, hey guys, do you mind if I sit down with you guys? And they sit and they just don't say anything and they just want to be a part of the comedian table because
Yeah.
they're doing comedy. But this guy, like, dude, we were at this. There's a lot of dude, and to his statement, he was right. There's so many hot bitches at this party. Like there were a lot of hot bitch there.
he was going around kissing girls' hands.
Yeah, so he's going up to these
Oh,
women
you told
and
me
he's
about
going,
this.
hey baby, like good to meet you. Kissing,
And they're going, hey,
the girls are
somebody
going,
call the police.
Whoa, like,
Yeah.
like gross,
And he's
dude.
thinking that's the most suave thing.
And
They're being
Tom
like-
goes, hey,
That move
Why
has
the
never
fuck are you
worked.
Yeah,
kissing
how often
those
does that
women?
work?
And he
Yeah.
goes, bro, work every fucking time, bro. Like this,
And I've watched it work not once.
Yeah.
Andrew-
Like 23-year-old women are going to be like, how romantic.
Dude.
They're
Exactly,
like, no,
yeah.
lick my butt or leave. What are you
And
talking
Andrew
about?
Tate told me to kiss hand, and I fucking suck titty, bro. Like,
Kiss the fucking hand, dude.
dude, they send nudes every single time.
Ugh.
These fucking
Yeah, kind of guy he's got $8,000 car with $10,000 worth of add-ons on
Yeah,
it, you know?
exactly.
And they're the kind of people that like, you know, like Polish, Lithuanian,
Right, you can't trust
Russia,
them, yeah.
Ukraine,
No
crocodiles, alligators, man. Yeah. They all do the same. Tom
Crocodiles, alligators.
taught me that phrase the other day,
That's
and
good.
it's so true. They're all like, oh, dude, fucking
Those guys, fuck them over
dude,
there.
fucking Serbian
Ukrainians.
saw
Yeah.
lamb, bro.
Yeah,
You're like,
it is-
oh, you look
they
and
look
talk exactly the
yeah,
same.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is your puffy coat different from his puffy
Yeah,
coat?
yeah. That's funny. There's a lot of like Middle Eastern cultures I feel like that are like that too. They're like, no, we don't fuck
they
with
try and kill each other.
Pakistanis. Yeah,
or
they're
like in
"Can you-"
Africa, there's people, tribes fighting
Right.
each other. You know, and you zoom out, everyone's like, that's the exact
It's
same.
right there. Yeah.
But like, it's also funny that like, because if you tell my family, oh yeah, Greeks, Italians are the same. What the fuck did you just say?
Even Sicilians would be like, I'm not Italian, I'm Sicilian.
Yeah, that is
exactly.
crazy. That's so funny.
That's good.
Kratz, where are we at?
Tom needs to vomit.
Tom's gotta go.
It's gonna come out all ends, dude.
We got like we started at 150, right? Yeah, all right, we'll wrap it up.
for that period,
Tom's got a
yeah.
bellyache and he needs to.
Tom's a belly boy right
God.
now.
belly boy. I'm
Holy
gonna
cow! It
fucking
is
go-
St. Patrick's Day.
I'm gonna go home and kill myself.
Next week will be races against the Irish. I think that'll
Oh,
be
that's
fun.
a good episode. Yeah,
That'll be
Did
good.
you do an
Fun.
Irish voice?
Yeah, I
look
can
at
do a little bit of
The
Irish accent here.
Just a full leprechaun.
Oh, we got a Tommy's a fucking hungover. He's got the Irish flu.
I got the Irish flu.
good.
And he's a little gay.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys. Notice Basement. Thanks for coming out. Subscribe.
Zanies, plug it.
Do what you love. I'm headlining Zany's March 27th, March 28th. 28th. Why? Yeah. That's your contribution to the
Come
pod.
out on the
All
28th.
right. God bless.